Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So yesterday I shared the physics and the details of the 1850s Wing Chun's short power and long power. And after I sharing the video, a few of our Wing Chun friends asked me to share how is that short power, long power related to force flow, to qi zao, and to the internal fa jing, which you see today, which is very popular from in the internal art, video, and so forth. So today I like to open this up to share with you so that you have a clear picture on what is going on. Now, before we get into that, let's rehearse yesterday's uh, content which I shared. So, 1850s Wing Chun is a Buddhist art, a real Buddhist art. And a real Buddhist art, a real Zen practice to the minimum, one have to have that four type of mindsets, namely kind to others, second, be compassionate to others, the third, praise others if others doing better than you. The fourth is be able to give for those who need help. That is very important because that is our daily life. See, Zen Buddhism is not bullshit Buddhism or top philosophy. Oh, detach. Oh, emptiness. No. Can you do practice this four type of mindset every day, every instance? If you cannot do that, you are not a student of the Buddha, period. It's not a philosophy, it's an action. That is very important because if you follow that, you will find that your life become more and more free. You are not sitting down there bad-mouthing your classmate or other people who is do better than you. And also because you have this four type of mindset, you become more confident. Praise others people's good doesn't mean that you are bad. Praise others good meaning that you be able to learn, meaning you have confidence. Bad mouthing other people meaning that one have no confidence to learn, and the only act one can do is bad mouthing other people sitting down there. Bad mouthing go nowhere. Okay, so this is important thing. So that is the four kinds or four type of mindset one must follow if one is a real Buddhist. And if one practice this 1850s Wing Chun in the ancient, that is how one need to follow. See, all this gung-ho like Wing Chun is an assassin art. Wing Chun can fight this, fight that. That all is the product of the Qing or Pro-Qing Wing Chun, which is after 1875. It is not the 1850s, which is a Buddhist art. Buddhists don't do that. Okay? Because if you do those kind of things, you will not get into reparations. Zen is about reparations. This is very important. If we don't have this proper mindset, we're going to screw up everything in our life. Okay? So that's the first thing we need to know when you go to the Wing Chun 1850. You can have sky-high Kung Fu, but if you don't have that four type of mind, you will never get there, and you will living in the dungeon of jealousy, of lack of confidence, or in the dark side. Okay? So those who really want to follow the path of 1850s Wing Chun need to know this. And also, if you know this, you know compassion and kind to other people, you are not going to be a con man or selling snake oil to other people because you know those are cheating. Okay, so there is the mind part. That is how the heart is supposed to be. And then that is the short power and long power part. And the short power and long power, in order to have that, one need to be able to handle the generations of momentum and the recycling momentum, either in the long distance or in the short distance. Okay? After the momentum, one need to be able to handle, control this impact. You control the time of release of the strength and the amplitude of the strength by different means. Okay? So there's a long and short power of Wing Chun 1850. Now, this long power and short power of Wing Chun 1850, is the foundation of the entire martial arts. Meaning you know how to handle your momentum, to go different direction, to go close, to go far, to go up, to go down, and you'll be able to handle the strength of the impact. If you want to KO that guy, it is a KO type of thing. If you want just to control, then it's a control type of thing. So that is the bottom line. Without that, it is called bullshit art. It is not real. You look at today's Western boxing, isn't it true? You always have that momentum generations and that type of strike which you can KO. And even Western boxers, sometimes you see the good coach, they never KO the student. They can control them. Same thing. This is the bottom line. Now, without this, I say again, without all this you develop, it is called bullshit. It is not martial arts. Okay? That's the bottom line. Now, only after you have these foundations, then you can talk about the force flow. Well, what is the force flow? Well, in the six core element, you have the body, the mind, the breathing, the energy flow, the force or force flow, and then the momentum. So this is the momentum, this is the basic in the fighting. The force flow is what? Force flow is only an effective way or efficient way of using your strength at this close or at this far when you lump with his limbs. That's force flow. So again, if you only know this force flow, forget about it. It is useless in a real fight. In a real fight, as what I said just now, the momentum, the handling of the impact. That's the bottom line. You have the mobility. Okay? Now, so that's force flow. So force flow is nothing magic. Okay? Now, we come to Chi Sao. So what is the Qi Sao for? Well, Qi Sao is a practice, a training, so that in case when you get tangled with the opponent's arm, you know how to liberate or get out of it. That is what Qi Sao is. At the time where you get tangled with the opponent's limbs, you have that Qi Sao training, so you know how to release out from that, get out from that, liberate out from that. That's what Qi Sao is for. It's a small part because in fighting, tangle with the opponent is the thing everybody try to avoid. As General Chi Chi Guang said, no resisting, no blocking, just one shot. Nobody want to tangle there. Once you tangle there, as Chi Chi Guang said, it is a mess. Okay? So that is Qi Sao. So you see, Qi Sao is just small part. If you don't have that short power, long power, the momentum handling, and the handling of the impact, you don't have the force flow handling, what is the purpose of this Qi Sao? Nothing. It's just empty. Okay? So you need to know the place of what is that thing is for. Now, if you have the momentum, the handling of the impact, the force flow, and then when you tangle, you need to take care of this. What happens if you tangle with other people or with the opponent? How to release? But this has to base on your momentum handling, your impact handling, your force flow handling. Without that, it's like you try to drive a car without a gas and without an engine. Okay? So make it clear. So don't get into Qi Sao will give you all the sense you'll be able to fight. No, you can't do that. It's only to detangle yourself, to get out of the tangling. And that is what everybody try to avoid in the real world. Why do you want to tangle with other people? One mistake, you get KO. Okay? And the last one is about the Fa Jing today. Well, all those things are really fundamental, really basic on the use of strength. Very basic use of strength. In what? In static. Static. So you can see always, you have a student, you do a demonstration with him, you show him this Fa Jing, this internal, this Qi, this whatever you call it. It is a stationary, it is prepared there, it is a demonstration. It never is like the long and short power. You control your momentum in dynamic, you control the impact, what type of result you want to get from the impact in dynamic. Okay? So if you want to practice those fudging stuff, for have fun, for know your body a little bit, that's fine. But don't mistake those kind of things based on the real martial arts, real fighting art, where you based on momentum, the control of the impact, the handling, the efficiency use of your strength in the close range, in the further range, to untangle yourself in dynamic, high speed, high intensity action. Those fasting stuff, that's why It is just that. Okay? And if you look at those who do fudging, they call this energy. They call this qi. They call this jing. Did they talk about momentum? Did they talk about the handling of the impact? How you handle the time release of your force or your strength? Did they talk about the action reaction force? Did you talk about the breathing? They don't. So, this is the reality. You want a real martial art? This is a real martial art. Otherwise, one is living in the past 100 years of Chinese Kung Fu fantasy. Internal. Qi Sao is everything. And then when you met people like Xi Xiaodong, disregard of what style you are, you cannot handle within a minute, a few seconds, get KO. And it's not even some kinds of advanced thing. It's just Xi Xiaodong go down there and KO this guy, KO that guy. It's not fight like in the MMA with all the techniques, right? So this is a reality I want to share with you. Put everything in its perspective, okay? As Bodhidharma said, don't cheat others, don't get cheated by others, and don't cheat yourself. It is this simple stuff. Why is it have to go to all the traveling around the world, standing there, make what advertisement on your this power, that power, but at the end, it's completely missing the point. And that's why when Xi Xiaodong said, you fake, what can you say? Because you don't even know what is going on. So this is for you today. If you want to do 1850s Wing Chun, this is how it's supposed to be. But we need to have that 4 type of mind. Okay? Why are we going to practice something which is bring miserable to our own life and miserable to other people's life? It doesn't make any sense at all.